Meet Marnie, Lisa and Emily, three young women with one very unusual job. These girls are the country's youngest private detectives and can handle anything from stakeouts to surveillance gadgets to undercover work.
If we've been brought in on a job, then we're best to do that job.
If you've got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get to London, to get into position by 8 o'clock, it's just what you've got to do.
I really do love it. It's fun. And dangerous at the same time.
These are the real Charlie's Angels.
We only occasionally get the machine guns out.
Yeah. I can't do a backflip.
I can't.
I used to be able to do
it. Coming up on tonight's show, the girls are on the hunt for dodgy market traders.
What one were you after?
I don't really know. You said that they weren't all out. I just wanted
Yeah.
Jump into school uniform to trip up a corporate fraudster and put a major supermarket chain to the test.
No,
7:30 a.m. Sunday morning. Today, all three girls are searching a local market for stolen merchandise, helped by Mel Dean, a new trainee.
Okay, so we're going to the markets again, wandering around as if we are just there with our friends. Obviously, we're looking for the cosmetics products. So obviously, pay special attention to anything selling cosmetics.
So get them chatting if they are, like find out as much.
Yeah,
as
if we can get them chatting, then that'd be great. If they've got a car, sort of, make a note in your phone of the registration number, and then write as much down as you can when you get back in the car.
Cool.
But
Sounds good.
that's that.
Right then.
Take an umbrella.
The girls have been hired by a cosmetics company. The company suspect that one of their new products is being stolen from their factory and sold on the black market. The girls' task to track down the product and identify the people involved.
The reason we're so good is the fact that we look young and we can get away with a lot.
If you act ditzy, it actually helps because they just think that you're just a silly little girl. You just get so much information because they don't suspect you at all.
What other shampoos? Are they all out?
No. So what shampoos you got? Running hands, then Head and Shoulders. What one were you after?
I don't really know. You said that they weren't all out. I just wanted
Yeah.
They just completely dismiss us as something that's completely unthreatening, and they tell us everything, and they just spill it all.
The girls' search has not turned up the product, but they think they may have found a potential lead.
In a conversation with one of the sort of traders, with a dodgy expression, said, things come and go, keep checking, sort of whatever they can get their hands on, or whatever falls into their hands is probably a better way to put it, is what they'll put out. So it definitely tells us that we do need to just keep monitoring, see whether things do start turning up, whether they're filtering through or not.
Although their average age is 19, the girls already have 3 years' experience working for boss Nigel Parsons at Answers Investigations.
Well, kids are fantastic because they can do things that some of us opties can't do because they can get into places without suspicion. If you're not worried or not concerned about the person who's trying to get that information out to you, you'll open up to them.
But sometimes a youthful appearance can only get the girls so far. For certain cases, they need to wear the ultimate in disarming disguises, the school uniform.
This is where we keep the uniform. We have like a number of skirts and blazers and shirts, and I don't know how many jobs would have like a whole cupboard of school uniform. It's so weird. It's actually quite fun now, but when I first started doing it, I just finished school, so it was a bit like, oh, I've got to put my uniform back on, so, but it's more fun now.
Snap decisions, instinct.
Just knew when to go. Screw it.
The uniform disguise is particularly useful in getting individuals to reveal specific information. The girls simply walk up to the person's house and pretend they are doing a school survey.
People are just completely unsuspecting. You've got no idea what's about to hit you when you answer the door to a schoolgirl.
Hi. Really sorry to bother you. I was wondering if we could just borrow 2 minutes of your time for a survey for school.
Survey about what?
It's about the community, about the interaction.
The health and social care.
I don't want to bother you.
Yeah.
Especially in cases where people might already be a bit suspicious. You know, they probably would notice if, you know, a sort of 40, 50-year-old man was hanging around their house a bit. Whereas with us, especially if we put on a school uniform, we just get completely dismissed by people.
Thank you so much. Have a lovely evening. Thank you.
Marnie is planning to use the uniform disguise on her next investigation, a corporate injury case.
Today I'm going to go and do a job down at the coast, just establishing whether or not someone has a manual or automatic car, which is just a part of a bigger case, but this is just a detail we need to find out. But the problem is the house is in a very, very quiet cul-de-sac with just 2 or 3 houses on it, so we need a really good reason for getting up that close without arousing any suspicion. Just trying to find a cat to take a photo of.
There's sheep. A pig? No?
Marnie's cunning plan is to create a fake lost cat poster, which she can put through the letterbox of each house on the target street.
Here we go. Say out the picture.
I'm trying. Yeah, you want to like close up of its little face.
Oi, sit.
Sit.
He looks like a really angry cat. It's my cat. And I think I'll call him Whiskers.
Whiskers, love it. What do you reckon it's actually called?
Fat cat.
Finishing touches to the poster done, the girls jump into their school uniform and head for the coast. The girls are doing a convincing show of handing out their cat posters.
Missing cat. My auntie's in the area. I've handed them out for her. I've not seen that one though, have I?
They now make their way to the target's front door. While Meldine puts the poster through the letterbox, Marnie grabs her chance to check whether his cars are manual or automatic.
There was only 1 car in the driveway when we actually want 2, but that is that is a manual, so at least we've established that, and it's not the car that the man normally drives, so I've got to work out whether or not we can go back again and do it again.
Marnie can't risk arousing suspicion by returning the same day for another look. For now, she will have to bide her time, and later in the show we find out if she finally cracks the case.
Yeah, be very patient and kind of just really accepting of it. So it sounds almost cliche, but you honestly don't know what you're going to be doing the next day. You can't plan ahead. You can't really plan your weekend that far in advance because undoubtedly something will come up and that's it, scrapped. I don't know, I'd say it's not as glamorous as it sounds. You know, people get really excited to say, oh, you're a private detective, and everyone gets really excited about it, but actually they probably wouldn't really fancy sitting outside in the rain for 6 hours or getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to sit in the rain for 6 hours. I don't know, it's just every day is completely different. And yeah, it's more fun than working in Sainsbury's.
The following day, and the girls are preparing to head out on one of their regular jobs. For the past 3 years, they have been putting supermarkets to the test, checking their staff are asking for ID from customers who look under 21.
We just go into a licensed premises hired by the company. It's not sort of a sting on our part. The company hire us to test out their staff. So we go in, see if we get served, record all the information, and then pass it back to the company. And then they can deal with it all internally.
Well, I've got a bag here which has got a little, where's it gone? Oh yeah, a little button in, so basically you can't see the camera. And inside is the little camera, so I'll switch it on before we go in. And then have it along my arm, and then it should sort of see their faces so that we can identify who it was that was serving us. and you can also see whether they, what they said to us.
The girls are old hands at looking young while trying every trick in the book to get served.
If they do say they haven't got ID, I'll be like, oh, well, I'm old enough, I never get asked for ID.
And also like rummage through wallets.
Try pretend we've lost it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really put them to the test, these people.
Yeah.
Try as far as we
Ask them
can.
nicely, please.
Yeah, Lisa's
Just a little bit.
Time to find out whether this particular supermarket employee is a potential threat to the company. If he is consistently failing to check ID and serves customers who are under 18, he is risking both the shop's licence and a fine of up to £5,000. First, the girls try and buy cigarettes, for which the legal age is now 18.
I'm 19.
Marnie shows him her bank card, not a legal form of ID, but the sale goes through.
Thank you very much.
With the cigarettes purchased, they decide to see if buying alcohol will be just as easy. The girls have succeeded in buying cigarettes and alcohol without showing ID, and for them, this is nothing new.
We've walked into big supermarkets at sort of 4:30 in the afternoon in our school uniform with school bags on, and gone in, picked up a bottle of wine and gone and paid for it with absolutely no question, sort of someone that barely even blinks an eye at you. And that to the company is that person is a real threat to the company, because had we been trading standards, they would have had a huge fine and possibly risked losing their licence.
It's the end of the week at Answers Investigations, and after another trip to the market, the girls have turned up a result. They have found their clients' hair products being sold in suspiciously vast quantities.
Well, we still haven't found the specific product. We've definitely found evidence that one trader in particular is up to something. And interestingly, his van actually had his registration plates covered already. If we start surveillance on this particular trader, sort of not only can we identify him, but we can start to identify how he is getting hold of the stock that he's getting hold of. Whether it's sort of off the back of the lorry or someone on the inside, it's, things like that. So by watching this guy quite closely, we can work out where the leak as such is. Yeah, we've turned out a fairly good result now, so it kind of makes the early starts on a Sunday morning seem a bit more worthwhile.
Next week on The Real Charlie's Angels, Marnie takes her boyfriend on a surveillance job to see if a married man is still visiting his mistress.
Yeah, my girlfriend, she's busy, she's being a spy.
Lisa and Emily go deep undercover to catch an internet paedophile. And the girls begin round-the-clock surveillance on the market traders.